Among the many TCG teams, Klee Vaporize is one of the most popular decks. Of course, it's no surprise considering the deck is powerful and not complicated at the same time. In this video, we'll show you how to play this deck and how you can use it to reliably fight NPC. First, we'll show you the basic idea of the Mona-Klee deck where you can easily deal 10 damage in the first round. 10 damage sample! Start with Mona's skill. Switch to Klee. Use Elemental Resonance Fervent Flames to deal +3 pyro reaction damage. Next, throw Klee's skill to deal 8 damage. End the round. Mona's skill deals the 10th damage. The first round 10 damage is the basic idea of the Mona-Klee deck. So you need 3 Hydro plus 4 Pyro dice and the Pyro Resonance card to pull it off. Of course, there are also variations you can do if you get other cards at the start. You can do 10 to 15 damage depending on your first draw. Here are some examples. 11 damage sample. You always start with Mona in the Mona-Klee deck. With the assistance of dice reduction cards, you can equip a weapon for 1 dice. Now, use changing shifts to switch character for free. You'll now have enough dice to use the Pyro Resonance card before attacking. And that's how you deal 11 damage in this variation. Next, we will see a 12 damage sample. Of course, always start with Mona. Go to Klee and use the Pyro Resonance card. For our extra 2 damage, we will use the Covenant of Rock. Arcane Legend cards are guaranteed to be in your starting hand, so you should be able to deal the 2 extra damage easily. Klee can do charged attack with only 2 dices thanks to her elemental skill's Explosive Spark. Finally, you can even deal up to 15 damage if the circumstances are perfect. First, use Tandoori Roast Chicken to get 4 extra damage from Mona and Klee. Thanks to the food, you'll defeat the first card when you use Klee's skill. This enables you to apply Pyro on another character. If the enemy switches character, you'll only deal 13 damage. But if they don't, you'll deal a massive 15 damage in the first round. And those are some examples of the best Mona-Klee decks starting hands. This deck is amazing for PvE since NPCs have rather predictable moves. You can use any Pyro character for the third card, but Fatui Pyro Agent is the most popular choice since he can deal large damage effortlessly. Of course, the examples here all represents a good starting hand. So here's an extra clip to show a less favorable start, and how you can flip the table and win the match in the end. Here I failed to draw the Pyro Resonance card. I also didn't get food or weapon card, but don't worry as the perfect start is never necessary. Toss-Up is a very RNG-dependent card, but my rule of thumb is, if you get one dice you want, it's already a win. In this case, I got 3 dice I want, so it was super lucky. Whenever possible, always start with Mona's skill as it's the core of this vape deck. And as always, we go to Klee and throw her Jumpy Dumpty. Unlike the previous samples, here Klee will deal a normal damage of 5. Because we're not using any other card, the leftover 2 dice is perfect since you can use it for Klee's charged attack. Covenant of Rock is a great card, but you don't always get the opportunity to use it. Here, I'm going to use it to charge Lieben, but you can also save the dice using Vanarana. I got a lot of Pyro dice, so I'm building up Klee's Burst. Klee's Burst is not a direct damage. Instead, it will deal damage when the enemy uses any skill. NPCs usually won't try and avoid the damage, so they'll keep taking it mindlessly. The Pyro Delt also applies the element for Mona to vaporize later. The Yuhung is about to take damage for using an ability. Now we can finish with Mona's Vaporize. Mona is gonna die if I don't move, so I'm contemplating what to do. I decided to put Hydro on Albedo to set up more Vaporize. As expected, Mona got hit hard. But we already set up the field, so all that's left is to finish. It all came together perfectly, and victory is ours. If you're eager to start, here's a PvE deck you can try. For PvE matches, you can go full offense and worry less about dying. But for PvP, you need to be more careful and consider your chances of losing a card. here are some viable cards for PvP game. Note that this is not a deck sample, but only to show you some viable cards. If you wish to understand the use of each card, we'll explain everything shortly. Pause to read.
And that summarizes what you need to know about Mona-Klee deck. Do you think this deck is beginner friendly? Are you interested in trying it out? Let us know in the comment below.
Feel free to ask if you have any questions. Don't forget to leave us a like and subscribe for more TCG content.
Yeah, let's go on a big adventure!